Hey guys, welcome to Not So Random Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab your libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay, well, so am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hola. On the west side. Blurred. Together, y'all. Let me get it together. Move this out of the way. And pull the mic in closer. Alright, so now you guys can hear me a little bit better. Hopefully YouTube is sending out the alerts and folks are seeing that we are live. There we go. I'm going to go in here and monetize this. Okay. All right. Because we don't do this for free, you know. And please eat if you are on the replay crew. Hey Angela, please smash that like button. All right, so I'm gonna start it out with the channel updates. I'll come back to this and repeat it again later in the broadcast. But I am this month of May. I'm putting out mental health moments, and the mental health moments that I'm putting out are basically like different things that will help with our mental health um, outside of therapy and medication, because I am not a psychologist, I am not a medical doctor, so I'm not going to get into that, but I will get into the things that we can do for our mental health that are outside of the realm of those two things. So I've put out 2 videos this week, and there's a third one coming. The first one was simply giving tips to deal with mental health moments. The second one that I put out yesterday was expanding on how music helps with our mental health. And then the third one that is going to be coming out tomorrow morning, because I just have to upload it, is going to be on nature and our mental health. And it's going to talk about nature and our mental health. So that'll be out by tomorrow morning, because I ran out of time. I ran out of time to uploading it this evening. So I will upload it tonight and just schedule it for tomorrow. But I hope everybody's having a good day. We are a few days from Mother's Day weekend. For all the mothers out there, I hope that you guys are going to have a great weekend. I personally am going to have a good Mother's Day. I think that my son is going to go visit his dad this weekend. So this will probably be a Mother's Day without my kid, who is not a kid, but a grown man, and normally he spends Mother's Day with me, but it's cool. It's cool. So, in other news, I am still going back and forth with the makers of my new chair that I'm sitting in, for them 4 damn screws. Yeah, that part. I mean, it's only been a couple of days, but they emailed me back and said that they're pre-installed, could not find them. So then I emailed them back and told them I found all of the screws that were actually there, but that the four that were supposed to be pre-installed on the bottom of the seat weren't there, and I kind of need them. No, thankfully that's the same screw that everything else needed. So I just need. So I borrowed 4 other ones, but I need to put those other 4 where they belong. And thankfully, the gaming chair company is here locally in SoCal. Let me turn on my little my little back massage for a little while. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but hey, it's on. Massaging my back for a minute. And in our libation tonight is strawberry lemonade. So I want to talk about Jamie Foxx. We are starting, it appears, to get actual reports from the family, or reports from family representatives that they are preparing themselves for the worst. They're hoping for the best. They're hoping that he's going to pull through. But what we are seeing is that he's not apparently getting better. There hasn't been any change, and he appears to be declining, which is why I said when I posted that short last week was to pray, because all of those reports saying all of those things, I just felt that they were disingenuous and there were motives behind them. I felt that there were motives behind them. I'm still praying for Jamie. There's all kinds of scandal or conspiracy theories out there. You know, um, but regardless of the conspiracy theories, a man is fighting for his life in a hospital, and from what we know, he has the best doctors there. You know, because his family, they can afford it. I'm just hoping that things start to get better. Hey, TC, I just hope things get better for Jamie. I pray, but it is absolutely at this particular point not looking like that's the case. And that's the reason why I refuse to believe any of those reports that were coming out and floating out last week. I was like, I'm not listening to anything until there's something that's coming from the family. So that's where we are now. And so I'm just gonna, I mean, he's like in his early 50s. Um, and but apparently there was something going on that we didn't know about. There was something going on that we did not know about. So, and if it's what they say, a brain bleed, that's serious. That's like, and the thing is that, like, with aneurysms and things like that, some of them are treatable some of them are fatal. I have a friend who fell out at the prom when we were in high school with an aneurysm. Thankfully, he survived it. And then I have another friend who actually is the first wife of comedian Tommy Davidson, and she and I did ballet together because Tommy Davidson's from DC. But anyway, his first wife, Desiree, her mother, and I remember this happened, I think, when we were in high school, aneurysm. And she died. It took her out of here. She lost her mother young. And they don't know what causes them. And here's the thing. When you have things that are going on like that with our brain, because in actuality, we don't know. We know so little. We know so little about the human brain that they don't know what causes them, and we don't know that there's a problem until something happens, something ruptured, something starts to bleed, something like that. So, but they have some of the best doctors in the world and in the country. I'm trying to think. I know like one of my friends is a doctor, but I think, and he's like one of the best in his field, but I think he's a cardiologist. I don't think that he is I think he's a cardiologist. Let me just look. Black too. Yeah, that's why. See. I want to say he's a cardiologist. Yep. I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. Mhm. I knew he was something in a different field. But they've got some of the best. They have some of the best. They gotta have some of the best. They have to have the best doctors there for him. So we just have to pray. We just have to pray. And in other news, y'all nosy people in the press, finally somehow got your hand on that Los Angeles County of California record of live birth for the son of Robin Rihanna Fenty and Raheem, and I'm not even going to massacre his middle name. And I believe his last name is Mayer. Anyway, so it appears that Rihanna's son has his father's middle name, and I think the middle name, I think it's Alla Easter, and obviously his father's last name. But his first name is one of the members of Wu-Tang Clan, whom apparently both Rihanna and A$AP Rocky are huge fans of. Who would have known? So their son's first name, drum roll please, RZA. Spelled just like RZA, RZA. RZA. Let's get some applause for that. Y'all let that applause. We now know the name. We now know the name. So his name is RZA. All right. Wu-Tang. Now I wonder what RZA thinks about that. And here's the irony. He was supposed to do a song with Rihanna, but it never happened. Let me get this mic together here. And apparently, she's been giving us hints the whole time. At various stages, she's warned stuff about Wu-Tang. You know, laughing in our faces, so to speak. But I saw it on online, Daily Mail, and as soon as Daily Mail put it out there, all of the other news sources pulled it up. It's up on TMZ. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So her child's name is RZA. Shouts out to Wu-Tang. Okay? Shouts out to Wu-Tang. Now I wonder, did he know that they had named their child after him? I wonder if he knew that. I wonder if he knew. That's kind of cool, though. New school artists naming their child after an old school artist. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So we now know Rihanna's son's name. We do not know the gender of the child that she is still pregnant with. We don't know. But I just pray that she has a healthy baby. If she has another boy, she has another boy. If she has a little girl, she has a little girl. I just pray for another healthy baby for her. Motherhood looks good on her. And unlike a lot of other celebrities, Rihanna is all out there with her pregnancy. She has no problem showing her belly all the time.
I told y'all if I was young and having babies now, I'd do the same thing. Because that's my personality. But that that wasn't the case back in the '90s. So and plus, saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. Yeah, he was probably they'd have had a fit. Church girl, married, and out there. Yeah. So was into the modest, more of the modest look. But I think that my maternity stuff was fashionable. It was cute. Because I didn't really have a bunch of maternity stuff. I didn't really like maternity stuff. So I made things into maternity stuff. I made more looser top and that kind of stuff. Because it was literally my baby was all in front. My son was all in front, y'all. 10 pounds, all in front. Yeah, that part. So I'm hoping everybody has a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. Me and my sister are gonna do something on Saturday, which is our tradition that we used to do with my mom. And this will be, um, this may be the last one that me and my sister do together because she's gonna be moving to Michigan over the summer. Yes, the husband is officially the husband. And she is officially not with that person any longer. Cheers to that. Because he was local in La Cabeza. He pulled a pow pow on her. Yeah. Because she wanted to leave. She wanted a divorce. It just, guaranteed that she was going to get a divorce. And just the all domestic situations are not physical. Some of them are mental and verbal, and he did a lot of those two, but it ended in a crazy situation. It's one of the relationships that did not survive the panorama, and there are a lot of relationships that did not survive it. It literally split people apart. Speaking of people splitting apart, y'all, I'm telling you, these housewives, on all of these Real Housewives of everything, it's like everybody's getting divorced, and apparently Kim Zolciak Bierman already has a new man. Miss Tardy for the Party. Oh, and her soon-to-be ex-husband has filed for full custody of their children. He wants his boys and his girls. Because I think it's 3 boys, because I know the twins are boys. And I think there's one girl in there. But everybody else is all boys. Could be all 4. It could be 4 boys. I don't know. But yeah. He wants his kids. Full custody. Full custody of his kids. Okay? He says she's a horrible, unfit mother. And she can't take care, and she doesn't know how to take care of her children. Hey, Terry. And I mean, since we know he's not employed, he's got time to take care of his kids. He's probably gonna take them kids and leave Atlanta and go back to wherever the heck he's from, corn country. Isn't he from like Montana or Nebraska or something? Iowa. He's somewhere out. He's from somewhere over in them states in the middle of the middle of the country. Yeah, he's from somewhere out there. So he's probably gonna take them kids and take them out there where his family is. So yeah, this is, I mean, how many people on Real Housewives of Atlanta are alumni of said? I mean, because think about it, Nene, although her and Greg remarried, they divorced. Phaedra got divorced from Apollo. Portia got divorced from her first husband. Cynthia got divorced from both of her husbands. Then you go stroll over to Potomac, where you got Ashley getting a divorce. You have Robin got remarried, but she was divorced. Giselle is divorced. Alumni from over there, Monique Samuels is getting a divorce. Yeah, reality TV seems to do a number on marriages. It seems to do a number on marriages. And then you go to the basketball wise. What is Jackie Christie the only one who's still married? That's actively on the show? You know? These reality shows do not promote marriage. At least not healthy ones. And we're not going to even get started on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's not. Let's not. Let's not. Let's say we did and don't. Because then I have to start talking about Cherie. Can you close the door? Okay, I'm back. He's like standing outside my door with his phone on speaker. Like, what? So we all, let me not forget Kenya. and her still husband, because this ninja is just he ain't he ain't letting go. He trying to you know like ugh just the just the dusty like the F. What is girl? Just because somebody has money or is, you want to call them upper middle class, whatever, six figures, doesn't mean they're not a dusty behavior. Dusty behavior. And, I'm sorry. Mark was always looking crazy to me with the big ass nose ring thing. Okay. I have a nose ring. But notice how you can barely see mine. No, you can see his a mile away. It was like, like, the folks over, you know, Indian ladies, not Indian ladies from here, but Indian ladies of Indian, you know, across the ocean, India. How they have those big, huge. That's the kind he had in his nose, or the kind that you see on girls who are that look kind of tall on us. That's cultural for them to have the big, huge one, and it has a symbolism with being married. You know, what what did he have that big ass stone in his nose for? As a man, I don't know any dudes that have the big. I mean, I know guys that have their nose pierced. Not a lot, but most of the time guys just pierce the ear. But you know, hey, he's an Xer, so I don't know. Maybe Xers do some crazy stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Mm-mm. I wouldn't even put a big old thing in my nose. I just wouldn't do it because it just I don't know. I just wouldn't. But yeah, reality TV appears, with all of these shows about housewives, they end up not being wives. And this situation with Kim and Croy, this looks like this is going to get real freaking nasty real quick. This looks like it's going to be nasty. You know. Now, from what I understand, she has a nasty gambling problem. Okay. And clearly has no business sense because her wig company ain't doing nothing. What is it with people in these wig companies? Everybody got a wig company, or a hair company or something. But you don't hear about none of them blowing up from all of these people that are on all of these different shows. And decide to jump into the hair business because they wear them. So that's really what hurt. I mean, like you thought because you knew how to make your own little wig that you was gonna start a wig company. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's gonna be a situation. Mhm. Now, I'm thinking about. Okay, so I'm gonna get off of that. Moving on. I'm thinking about doing a review of Queen Charlotte, which came out. I think it came out last week. I binged it this weekend just passed. In my opinion, it was good. It gives you insight into some of the characters um, on Bridgerton, on the Bridgerton seasons that are older on Bridgerton, but it tells you about them when they were younger, and it it feeds into you know some of the historical facts about Queen Charlotte, who was indeed a black woman. Now she was mixed, but nonetheless, she was black and had very ethnic features, and was the first person that we know of in the you know the English monarchy from way back then. This was back in the 17 to 1800s. It was 17 because I believe she is the great. She's either the grandmother or the great grandmother of Queen Victoria. So I think that's probably, and I think this is why a lot of us know. This is one of the reasons why the the, the Brits were so concerned about what Harry's children were going to look like. The skin tone of Archie, because they have brown on both sides. It's in his blood too, and that us, this, this. It's liable to pop out 4 or 5 generations down the line. You know, that's what people who passed had to worry about. Whether their children looked palm colored, or that their children will come out looking, the passe blanc. But you see, Queen Charlotte was not passing. It was known, and because of her, there was, I guess, a unification between the white British and the black British at that time, who were of me and born into titled families, because many of the ones who are of African descent were like, they were like, chiefs and princes, and yeah, they were of royal blood. Y'all know how the Moors came and took over Europe. hmm Went from down there in the little Spain and Italian area and moved their way all up through Europe because Queen Charlotte was from Germany. Let that sink in. She was from Germany. Queen Charlotte of Mecklenburg. And centuries later, Adolf Hitler was there, and those who were black were thrown into the concentration camps along with those who were Jewish. Because one of their parents, or both of their parents, were not this color, even if they were born and raised in Germany. Now, I think that has gradually changed, but at that time it didn't. But if you go back to the 17th century, you have Queen Charlotte that was from Germany, who became the Queen of England with King George. And she had 15 children, 13 of whom survived. And it was like squeezing, juice out of a rock, water out of a rock to get her children to have children. The daughters had problems carrying babies to full term. Or didn't get married. And then the sons wouldn't get married, but were busy having a bunch of illegitimate children. It took a minute before there were finally, children. But it's through that line that the people that you see over there in England today, they come through them. They come through Queen Charlotte. Because Queen Victoria, who there's another Netflix movie out there it's just a movie on Queen Victoria. Like hour and a half. Talks about Queen Victoria, but Queen Victoria is like the grandchild of Queen Charlotte. So yeah. So it's not recent black blood or African blood in their family, but it's recent enough for them to have been concerned as to whether it was going to come popping out. But here's the thing. Megan is half. Her mother is 100%. Come on in and say hi. Her mother is 100%. Let me move over so you can come say hi. Say hi. How y'all doing? Yep. Y'all, I'm telling you, he be clocking. He be clocking. He does not have a watch on, okay? Yet and still, he knows how long I've been on. He knows that I've been on for almost an hour because he knows I only stay on for about an hour. You know, that's crazy. He be hovering and deciding when he's gonna bust in here so he can get on camera for a minute. I tell you. But I think he's gonna. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to just let him go spend some time with his dad, and I guess I'm gonna enjoy, Mother's Day weekend without my son being here, and that's fine because it's not like he's not a child. Even though I'm his caregiver, but I mean he's not a child. He's almost 28. Yeah, he's not a child. And that can be sometimes that I can, do some self care. You know, I did order some stuff on one of the Mother's Day specials. Forgive me. I went on Temu, y'all, and I'm probably going to whenever the Temu stuff gets here, because it's not going to get here by this weekend. It'll probably get here next week. Yeah, maybe next week. Yeah, by next week. It'll be here next week, sometime next week. When it gets here, I'll probably will do a video on that. I've y'all see, I'm trying to get content out. I'm trying not to hold on to it. I'm trying to do the editing as quickly as possible. And then once I get it up, I am deleting it from my phone because in order for me to do most of my videos, except for the shorts, the shorts, the those I just upload. I make them and upload them. But the other videos, I literally have 3 copies of the video in my phone, and I have to go in there and delete all 3 copies of it because I'll have a copy of it in one editing software, and then I have to upload it from that editing software to my pictures, and then I take it from my pictures and then drop it into my iMovie so that I can drop in my music and I do my voiceover in iMovie. And then I download it from iMovie back to my phone. So I'll have 2 copies in my pictures at the end of the day. So then after I've done that, I go and I delete all 4 copies. I delete all 4 copies to free up that space because otherwise, yeah, I have no space and I still have to go in there and just delete a bunch of stuff. I had to delete it because it's trying to creep over to my pictures on my Mac. And the Mac has plenty of space, but I don't need all of these movies on there. So, I don't need everything, I'll download them to a hard drive. But I don't need them on I don't need them on my phone. So I'm trying to do that so that I don't end up with it, freaking out on me again and, having too much stuff on it and I have to make those those decisions. But my next upgrade is going to be my phone, y'all. That's the next upgrade. I am going to upgrade my phone to the 14 to the Pro Max, and I was gonna, move over to Consumer Cellular. I'm still gonna probably move over to them, but not until after I get the phone that I want, because I'll just have to take the phone over to them. And I found out that they use T-Mobile's lines for their service, and they just offer their own rate. So yeah, but I'll move over there after I get my new phone, and I'll just take both of the phones. The one my son has and my phone. We'll just move over. I'll take both lines and be done, and bring my cost down. But I am going to get off of here, because y'all know I can sit here and just run my mouth ever. um, and I am going to go ahead and upload the mental health moment. That will be up for tomorrow morning. Um, and I'm probably going to pre-record a review on Queen Charlotte. Um, if I could figure out how to do it on StreamYards, like people do stuff, I would do it on Stream. I don't know how to do it on StreamYards. I don't know how some people pre-record videos on StreamYards and then are able to drop them on YouTube. If I knew how to do it, I would. I'm gonna have to test that function and see how to do it, just to see how it works, because that would be a great thing. Because then I could do certain videos on here on StreamYard, record them, and then just send them to YouTube. Premiere them onto YouTube from StreamYard. So we're gonna work on getting that in our skill set. But currently, I am trying to get this website together, trying to get the domain name, and then decide who I'm going to use to help me to build the website and to be webmaster, because I'm not ready to be my own webmaster. So we're gonna need a webmaster. So we gotta find reasonable service where I can, you know, get it done. I just gotta do it and stop procrastinating about doing it, and not worry about if, I eventually have to build another website later on and move everything, move the URL and everything. I'll worry about that, whatever. But for right now, I got to get it together so that I can put a merchandise store and do all of the things that I need to be doing for this channel. And y'all, one more thing. I am like 50 away. It's probably less than 50 now from 2K. I have been grinding, y'all. I've been grinding. And I have been getting more people to watch. And I've been getting subscribers. And I've been getting people to shout out my channel. So yeah. We're going to continue to do this networking because we're getting this sucker over 2K. It would be nice to get it over 2K before the end of this month. That would be wonderful. That would be a big feat. And I am starting to get members on the Purple Diva Den. Get subs on the Purple Diva Den again. I am almost to 90 on that channel. So we're going to get it together. We pushing our stuff. We're getting the content out. I got some spoken word that's going to be hitting that this week. And you've got the mental health moment that's going to be hitting in the morning on here. And I will see you guys live on Friday night. But until then, let me find my freaking brand. Until then, you guys, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here it is. Until then, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. I will see you guys live on Friday. Look for that mental health moments on nature and our mental health coming out tomorrow. And I'll see you guys in these YouTube streets. I'm out of here, guys. Peace. Bye, you guys.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out. Peace.